All right, everybody, what's cracking? New video, fancy, you see it, I know. That's what happens when I get to 18K. Got to start stepping it up. But anyways, you see the thumbnail, you see the title. Are Asians soft? We're going to get to it right now. First, I want to preface this video by saying this. While I was at work today, you guys know I'm always listening to YouTube. It's in my ear. I can't watch it. And an episode of No Jumper came on. I guess it came out like 3 weeks ago. And China Mac was on there. China Mac from New York, right? And China Mac had brought an Asian woman on with them. And, you know, it was kind of a trip to me because he came on and at first it kind of threw me off, right? Because he was talking about how, yeah, you know, I wanted to show people how we're not all just, I think he said something like, we're not all just nerds and, you know, squares or whatever he said, right? And he goes, we also come from the struggle too, which at first threw me off because I was like, shit, most of the time we want to be like, hey, our people aren't just gangsters, you know, they're doctors and lawyers and all. But I understand as I listen what he was getting at, you know, and we know, we've seen the news how Asians unfortunately have been under attack and it's been mainly elderly Asians and a lot of times women, you know, people doing this coward ass shit, just running up and socking on Asians. But like I said, China Mac is from the East Coast. China Mac is from New York. I don't know the whole get down about New York, but I'm going to tell you this right now. China Mac, you didn't have to tell us nothing about your people out here in California because everybody on the West Coast, especially California, knows the Asians are not to be fucked with. You know, you fuck with some Asians out here in California, they're bringing artillery that you never even heard of. You know what I mean? But, you know, so the short answer is Asians are not soft. I don't even think we're having that problem out here in California. If we are, who knows? I don't watch the news. But I will say one thing. Where I'm from, we don't really have Asians, right? But I was in a group home in 1988 out in IE. And I was in Paris for a month, and then they moved me to Norco for a month. And then from Norco, I went to Riverside. When I was in Riverside, I went to Ramona High School. Shout out to Ramona High. Everybody from Casablanca goes there or went there back then. But their high school, I went to Ramona High School, and it was a trip. You know, when I went to prison, Ramona High School was segregated like a motherfucker. The locker area, you had like the heavy metal whites, well, the heavy metal stoner kids in one area, and then you had like the mod kids, the ones that wear the big wafer shoes in another area. The Crips were all in one part. The Casablanca dudes were all, but everybody had their own sections of locker. It was a trip, and it was all outdoors. Well, one day after school, a riot broke out between the whites and the Asians, and it was in the back parking lot, right? And it went down, right? And then the next day, when everybody was coming in from school, everybody was, you know, pulling up into the back parking lot. Next thing you know, the cops came at it everywhere. They had a fucking ghetto bird above the high school because all the Asians were coming in a row, right? All their cars. Man, they had so many motherfucking automatic weapons in their cars. Oh, man. I believe it was the Asian boys that were at that school because I remember seeing it on the desk and stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now, China Mac, you don't got to worry. I don't know what's happening. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in the East Coast. I don't know. But I know out here in California, man, the Asians are not to be fooled with. You know, it's different in the joint as far as, you know, they're not deep in the joint, but they're still respected. You know, the whole other car is. Everybody respects everybody behind the walls, man. You know, everybody that conducts themselves like men is going to be treated like men. But as far as out here on the streets, I don't see, I haven't heard of that, you know, where they're attacking Asians like they were. I think it was in New York. I don't know, New York. But shit, China Mac, you're out here all the time. I'm over here acting like China Mac watches me, huh? Well, let me keep acting like it. China Mac, you already know, you're out here on the West Coast all the time with your China Man Eats or Mac Eats videos, and you've been around the Asians out here. You already know. You know what I mean? But I understand why you put the video out, why you wanted to go on No Jumper, huge platform, and why you wanted to put that out there. But that's my little spiel. You know what I'm saying? Out here, the Asians are no pushovers. And I don't know where they get the artillery from, but like I said, they got some shit you can't even pronounce probably. Oh shit. But with that, I let you guys go. Thank you to all the new channel members. Thank you to all the new subscribers. There's been a lot of you guys in the last, 3 months, man. I think my channel grew 10,000 in the last 2 or 3 months, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys see I'm doing this. I'm trying to make it look better for you guys. And as the channel grows, you're going to see more work on my end to try to make things more pleasant for the eye, more professional looking. I think as my numbers grow, I'm going to have to do that, right? It's only right. I'm going to be doing more lives. I want to remember, don't forget, I got a second channel, Discussions with Dubs. That channel, I'm going to be doing way different things on there. That one, I want to sit down with other people, have discussions with other people, have topics. It's not really going to be podcast style, but it's going to be similar to that. So those of you that haven't already, it's called Discussions with Dubs. Go over there, subscribe to that channel. I'm really close to having 1,000 subs over there. As soon as I get 1,000 subs, I'm going to do my first sit down. I think you guys will like it. I got a few people in line ready to go. So anyways, let me end this video like I was supposed to a few minutes ago. Be smart, be safe, and don't forget to tell the ones you love that you love them, right? With that, I'm out.